Okay, so I know there's a delay in this live stream getting to YouTube, so I'm just going to fill for like 20 seconds because I said I'd do a countdown today and I've not done a countdown. So we are where we are. This is day 10. And what I'll do, I've also only got 10 minutes because I've got another discovery call, amazingly. What I'm going to do is just review a little bit about where we are and then tell you what we've done and what we've changed in the last day. Now, what's really great about this whole process of learning, doing sales, trying to grow the business to 100 clients is really how agile we are working. And if you've not been in IT world or in project management world, the way of being agile might be alien to you, but it's more about not being fixed in the way in which we do things. We're just constantly improving. The old project management way of doing things was to create your project, create your plan, and then follow that plan for a number of period of time in a waterfall way. So you follow the plan in a period of time and then you get to a result. An agile way of working is consistently reviewing what you're doing and changing things, and you're still aiming for a certain outcome. So our outcome is very clear. It's 100 clients in 100 days, right? So that doesn't change, but it's just about the method in which you get there and just saying, does this work? Is it working? Can we change it? Can we tweak it? Can we improve it as we go? And that's certainly what we're doing. And so yesterday I talked about our pipeline, and I'll just tell you how that's changed today. Again, I can't show you because I can't give you the demo data, but once I finally catch up and am able to do these in a bit more of a show format, I'll take some screenshots and be able to share some of this stuff with you. So please accept my apologies with how I demo this, but I'll explain it to you now, and we'll get some screenshots eventually as we go. So what I've done with my pipeline, so if you go into opportunities in HighLevel, you're able to create a pipeline, sales pipeline, and put in different stages. And I can't remember what I had up until yesterday, but I'll run through the stages again now and tell you why I chose to create them. So I've got new leads. So new leads is for cold leads. I've got hot leads. These are people that fill in my... and I'll tell you the numbers as we go as well. So new leads, I've got 2 cold leads so far. I've got 6 hot leads. I had 14 yesterday, and I've moved them in across the stages, so I'll talk about them in a second. So hot leads is people that have filled in my beta request form. So again, thinking about the process, I can show you that though. Thinking about the process and how you might build interest in your agency is, let's dismiss that for a minute, is creating a beta form, right? So here's my beta form. It's a beta application. So I'm not saying that the software is in beta. I'm saying that... how can I get rid of that window? I'm saying that we're beta launching throughout May. And what that means is that it gives us time to understand who the users are, understand what software they're using. So you can see I'm asking the question about current email software, current booking system, current website software, learning management system, and then any other information that they want to give me. And so this is an application form. Rather than just saying go and start a trial, this is an application form for them to fill in to get the software. So this is a really great way to pull people in. You can put your stuff out there in the socials, and say, look, we're moving from Active Campaign to HighLevel or whatever your software is called. So for us, Last CRM, moving from Active Campaign to this, we're saving money, we're doing this, we're doing that. Who's interested and would like to sign up for the beta? We've got some special offer for you. So for our special offer, we're onboarding them one-to-one, which we will do for all 100. We are giving them 30 minutes onboarding session. I also give them 90 days hyper support. So we've said that if you're coming as a beta user, then you'll get very, very specific support for you. So one example of that is I've got a customer that's signed up with us. She uses Member Vault, and we're going to move Member Vault for her into HighLevel. Therefore, and we'd normally charge for that. You know, it's a when you're doing effectively services, you would normally charge for that. But we're learning so much by doing it. We can create a case study. We can show you, hey, if you have Member Vault and you're paying $99 a month, come to us and you'll save some money, and we can show you the process of doing that. There's lots of good ways of using this beta list to your advantage. So we've got hot leads. So I've got 6 of those. I need to message them today. That's on my agenda. I've got 5 in my messaged pipeline. So I can say I've messaged them already. I've sent them. Well, I say I've got 5. Actually, I feel like in my last whilst I was in my last meeting, I got another call booked. But I can't. Yes, I have. So there's actually 4 in there. So I can move one in there from my message to booking confirmed, which we'll talk about in a second. So I've got 4 in my message now. I've got 2 to follow up. So these are people I've messaged, and how the process I'm messaging them is they fill in that beta application form, which means I can send them a WhatsApp message. So I send them a WhatsApp, add them as a contact, send them a WhatsApp message and say it's a voice note, which I've now recorded one voice note that I send to everyone. And it says, hey, thanks so much for filling in the beta form. I'd like to invite you to a discovery call. Let me know your top 3 to 5 priorities when it comes to moving your system from this to Last CRM, right? And by asking that 3 to 5 priorities, what I'm doing is I'm getting information from them that will allow me to structure that sales call. So if they say my priorities, I'll give you an example of what someone's just messaged me right now. They say my priorities are, I'm not emailing since MailChimp reduced the free records, so a campaign manager. So campaign manager, great, we've got one of them. I use Trello for my podcast production. We can't remove Trello, so we're not going to be able to do that. HubSpot is where my data sits. Well, they're either free or they're paying for HubSpot, so that's great. Calendly sets my meetings and links to PayPal. We can change and replace Calendly. I've cancelled Zoom for preference over Google Meet, but still need a recording platform. So again, I'd say Zoom is there. I've got another one. Someone else sent me their priorities. So links work to get to sales pages, so we can walk through like sites and how we set up sales pages. Customer experience is slick, and the emails are delivered. So again, we can talk about deliverability and all that kind of stuff. So these little bits of information are really key to getting the sales in the first place. The more information you get ahead of time before that discovery call, the more likely you are to get sales in that discovery call. Okay. So we've got message follow-up. So I've sent 2 SMS messages to the 2 people that I followed up with. And then I've added a pipeline status, which is called failed booking. So this is somebody that's filled in the application. I've messaged them, I've followed up a couple of times, and they're failed. And what I'll do is I'll put them in there and just park them until another point. I want to focus on the people that are getting back to me, that are interested, that when I follow up, they're booking calls. But I don't want to lose those other people. And if they're failed bookings, it may be when I've got more time that I can go back to those and say, hey, you filled this in a month ago. How's things going? What is it still a case that you're thinking about moving? But I want them out of my pipeline. I think after a couple of follow-ups, I know people say, well, you've got to follow up 10 times to get the booking, but we're talking about hot leads most of the time. So I don't want to waste too much time. I've got to really focus on the ones that are really hot and likely to get going. So failed booking. So let me just summarize that again. So new leads, hot leads, message follow-up, failed booking, and then booking confirmed. So I've now got 5 bookings confirmed. So these are all happening. I've got one shortly. Actually, I've got 6 because I've not added it into the pipeline yet. So I've got 6 booking confirmed this week. So that's good because it means I should hopefully get to those 12 by Friday. Let's see. And then I've got 2 follow-ups. So these are discovery calls that I've had. And they've not signed up yet. So they're people I need to follow up to see if I can get them into the services sold status, which is my last but one pipeline status. And then the last one is lost sale. So I followed up, I've done the discovery call, I've done everything I can to get this person across the line. Lost sale is what I'm going to call it if we've not converted them within a sort of week or 2 weeks. Again, that's not to say there'll never be lost sales, but we just want to park them for now so I can move them off the pipeline. So that's that. What else did I have to tell you? I think that's all I've got to tell you right now. Yesterday we talked about, let's go through this, talked about my day job. consolidate. Another thing that I did. So yesterday I sent out an email, ironically from Active Campaign. I've not cancelled Active Campaign yet. We're just moving that over for my King of Video brand. So this is all my YouTube audience. I've got about 550 on that list that is active subscribers, and I sent them an email and said, hey, just a break from our YouTube stuff because we send them a newsletter every week. I'd like to invite you to Last CRM. We're moving over to this system. I'm not going to send you too much about it, but why don't you come and sign up for my beta application? I had 2 people who I've got booked calls with off the back of that email. I had 11 people click the email itself. Let's just check if that is still the case. I'll refresh the window and tell you. So 11 people that clicked it. 12 now. 12 people that have clicked it. And 211 out of the 536, a 40% open rate, which is pretty good anyway. But my open rates for that list are about 50%. And then I've had 3 people unsubscribe because they didn't want to hear about it. So of those 12 people that have clicked it, if they've not booked, if they've not filled in the beta form, which they may not have because there's not a lot of information about the system, I'll then go and follow up with them individually. So now I've got 12 new leads that I can go and say, hey, you clicked it. Do you want some more information? Can we have a chat about it? Do you want to book a call? Right, so we're just using all our lists, using our different audiences to try and build and generate more lists into the system, more leads into the system. Okay, and then challenge progress. Yeah, and we finished the pitch deck yesterday. We've got a nice structure for the pitch deck. We won't use it on the calls today, but because we're still refining it. But we're getting close to being at a point where we can, where we've got a pitch deck that we're really happy with. I will show you that once we're happy with it. And then we can have a repeatable sales conversation, and that's what we're aiming for. Is we want to have a repeatable discovery call that we can run through. These are the different steps in the discovery call. Let's get you signed up, and then sort of move them past the line with that. And then all we do is during that sales call is we listen to what they're saying as we're showing these features, as we're showing the pitch deck. And then we just tweak it as we go until we've got a pitch deck that is so good that everybody converts on those calls. And then once we get to that point, we can kind of move into me not having to do the discovery calls and doing sales in another way. That's the longer term goal. Right, so I've got 2 discovery calls today, 2 tomorrow. I've got none for Friday. So we'll definitely try and get some booked in for Friday. But I've got 4 here booked. And then the other ones in the pipeline were for next week, I think. So we've got a couple a bit further out. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching today. This is day 10. Still on 6 leads. Still on 6. I got 6 in 6 days, and now we've been stuck for 4 days. Wish me luck. We did have a weekend and a bank holiday, so it's no big issue. Let's try and get to 10 by the end of the week. All right, Matt Hughes, bye-bye. Should say my name's Matt Hughes, bye-bye. I'll just drop in Matt Hughes in a bit. Bye.